Good evening. I'd like to welcome all of you to our ring ceremony. My name is Bill Dean. I'm the president of the Alumni Association. And on behalf of the Texas Tech Alumni Association and the university, we'd like to welcome all of you to our ring ceremony. This has become a major tradition on our campus, and we hope it's an experience that all of you, particularly the ring recipients, will remember for a long time to come, because we are basically celebrating your academic achievement at Texas Tech with this ceremony tonight. And in the future, when you look at that ring, we hope it will bring back a lot of good memories. Friends that you made, relationships that you developed while you were here. Now, I realize that not every experience that you had on this campus was positive. There are ups and downs in the college life cycle. And sometimes you may have had to explain something to your parents. I'll share this with you. Apologies to anyone that's been in my public relations class. They've heard this. This is a letter that a Tech co-ed wrote to her parents after she'd arrived and been here a while. And she said, "I'm sorry that I've been remiss in writing, and I want to apologize, but I do want to bring you up to date. I'm getting along pretty well. The skull fracture and the concussion I got when I jumped out the window of my residence hall when it caught fire is almost healed. I only spent 2 weeks in the hospital, and I only get sick headaches now once a day. Fortunately, the fire in the residence hall and my jump was witnessed by an attendant at the local gas station. He's the one who called the fire department and the ambulance. He also visited me in the hospital, and since I had nowhere to live because of the burned out dormitory, he offered to share his apartment. It's really just a basement room, but it's kind of cute. He's a very fine boy, and we've fallen deeply in love, and we're planning to get married. We haven't set the date yet, but it will be before my pregnancy begins to show. Yes, Mother and Dad, I'm pregnant. And I know how much you're looking forward to being grandparents. I know you'll welcome him and give him the same tender love and devotion that you gave me when I was a child. I know that you'll also welcome my next husband. He's kind, not well educated, but very ambitious. Okay, now that I brought you up to date, let me tell you, there was no fire. I didn't have a concussion or a skull fracture. I wasn't in the hospital. I'm not pregnant, not engaged. There is no boyfriend. However, I'm going to make a D in history and an F in chemistry. It's all relative. Seriously, we know that there were some memorable events in your college life. It may have been a special professor who perhaps caused you to stretch a little bit further than you thought you could. The Carol of Lights that's coming up this weekend. Friday on game day weekends when you walked across campus and saw the masked rider dressed in, or not the Will Rogers statue dressed in red. I imagine for many of you, last Friday night was a fairly special event. Too bad it wasn't here. In 1988, the Student Alumni Board, that's the group of students who greeted you when you came in and passed out the t-shirts and that type of thing, did a market study with Tech students trying to determine if Tech students would embrace a single ring tradition. And the results were very positive. So that group sat down with representatives from the Student Government Association, and they designed the ring that you're going to receive tonight. The ring that will not change. Now, you've earned this ring because you had to have 75 hours at Texas Tech or in transfer credit to receive the ring. We suggest that when you put the ring on tonight, that the double T faces inward On graduation day, President Skubinek will invite you to take the ring off and turn it so the double T faces outward, and as a symbol that you are in fact a graduate of Texas Tech. When you registered for a ring, the Alumni Association's Board of Directors automatically will award you a free year's membership in the Alumni Association. In addition to that, the President's Office gives every graduating senior a free year's membership in the Alumni Association. So many of you have two. Our goal, of course, is to get you to continue that after the second year. Our goal is hopefully that wherever you go, you can find some Texas Tech alumni. We have many chapters across the state, across the country, and we'd encourage you to get plugged in with those chapters. There's so many things that you can do to support Texas Tech. It's not all monetary. Monetary helps, but just putting in a good word, just going to a college night and encouraging a high school senior to take a look at Texas Tech, because we believe once we get them here, that we'll win that battle. But there are just so many things that you can do to support your university. We hope you'll continue your membership in our association. We also hope that you will join your college's alumni association and continue the membership there. It's all, you know, you are one of us, and you will be one of us as a graduate of this university. So we hope this will be a lifelong experience. Let me introduce the stage party. First of all, we're very honored to have Dr. Lawrence Skubinek, the president of our university. He will present you with your ring as your name is called and you come across the stage. Please bring the card that you were given with you when you come to the table. This is Chris Sneed. He is the Vice President for Facilities for the Alumni Association. And he will call your name as you start across the stage. This is Dr. Alicia Wong. She's an Associate Dean and Associate Professor in the Honors College. She has a special role to play because she will kind of take you on a guided tour of this ring. So when you get the ring, we'd ask that you not put it on. Wait till she gives you instructions, because we want you to be familiar with the various symbols and the background and the history of this ring. The Texas Tech Federal Credit Union is the official sponsor of this event tonight, and we're very indebted to them. They will present you with a replica, a class ring paperweight as you come off the stage. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you Tyler Young from the credit union, who has a remark to make.
Well, congratulations to each of you. It's an honor for us to be here and be part of this night and just celebrate with you. As Dr. Dean has talked about, your ring is something that is a special part of the Texas Tech tradition. And I hope that when you look at it, it's not just a reminder of your achievement in getting a degree here. That's an important part. But I hope that you'll also just think about the family that you have at Texas Tech. If you look around you, you're going to have friends, roommates, classmates, just people that you've interacted with in your time here. And so I just hope that when you look at your ring that you remember that family. You're part of the Texas Tech family, and Texas Tech is part of your family. So congratulations again. It's an honor for us to celebrate with you, and look forward to shaking your hand over here and giving you a gift. Congratulations.
And as you also exit over there, you'll be asked to sign a roll book that every student that's ever received a class ring has signed, and they'll direct you in that regard. Lastly, but not least, is the president of the Texas Tech Saddle Tramps, Zach Williams. His role will be explained by Dr. Wong when we get into that presentation. I want to introduce to you the people who helped make all this possible. Our marketing staff, I'd ask them to stand when I call their name. Mandy Wiley, who is the director of our affinity merchandise. She put this program together. Laura Bixler, who is our director of membership. Christina Butler, our director of multimedia and communications. Brett Weingardner, who is a coordinator of marketing, public relations, and membership. Savannah Butler, who is a student alumni board president. And off to my right, the gentleman with the red and black tie on is Tim Shore. Tim Shore is a graduate of Texas Tech, but he is a representative tonight of the Balfour Company. The Balfour Company manufactured your ring. And so if you have any concerns or any questions when the ceremony is over, Tim will be right here. He'll be glad to answer those questions, address those concerns. Obviously, we want you to be 100% satisfied with this ring. So if you have some concerns, as I say, Tim will address those. Grad images will take the photograph of you receiving the ring. They're also going to be available after the ceremony's over to take photographs inside and outside the building. There are representatives from the student yearbook, the La Ventana, back in the lounge. And we would encourage you to consider taking a look at that and purchasing a Texas Tech yearbook. And now let me introduce to you Dr. Skuvenik. Dr. Skuvenik received his bachelor's degree from Phillips University in Oklahoma, his master's degree from Texas A&M, his PhD in math from Indiana. He's been at Texas Tech 33 years. He was a professor in the math department, chairman of the math department, dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. He served as interim president for a period of time. He has been the chief administrative officer and provost until he took the job as our 17th president, and we're very pleased to have him here tonight. Dr. Skuvenik.
Good evening. It's always a pleasure and a privilege to be part of your ring ceremony and to share this evening with your family and friends. And I'm always impressed by just how many members of your family and how many of your friends are here on this occasion for you. We have really incredible students at Texas Tech. They're students of character, they're very successful, and they will carry on the legacy that makes Texas Tech such a special place. But I also believe that their success and their character reflects the influence of the families and the friends who've supported them. So I know that I join with these students in saying thank you. Thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for all you've done for them to get them to this point in their career. Much has been said already this evening about family. Texas Tech is that. And I just asked Dr. Dean as I stepped up here, remind me how many years you've been at Texas Tech. 51. And I bet you there are probably people in this audience who went to this ceremony, and Dr. Dean was here, and probably in 20 years, he'll still be here. You know, this ring is a symbol of what you've achieved. I say congratulations, but keep in mind that it only hints at the bigger prize that awaits you when you graduate. So I look forward to shaking your hand in the coming months when you get that degree. It's a public statement that you'll always be a member of the Texas Tech family, but it's also a more personal statement. If you're part of a long line of Red Raiders from your family, you'll continue that legacy. If you're the first member of your family to graduate from Texas Tech, I imagine that you're an incredible source of pride to them. Inside the ring is inscribed, "Strive for honor." Always live your life by that motto. And if you do, you'll always be a proud representative of this university. So I say congratulations. I look forward to shaking your hand as you cross the stage this evening.
All right. Let's give away some rings, huh? Mr. President, are you ready? Mandy, are you ready? Before we begin, I would like to let you know that it is an absolute honor to read your names tonight, and I hope you enjoy the ceremony. Danielle Albert, Houston. Ryan Anderson, San Antonio. Elisa Aponte, Houston. Frank Aranda, Odessa. Dylan Atkinson, Arlington. Jose Avila, Brownwood. Katie Barton, Hale Center. Sophia Belgara, Allen. Lissa Bell, Midland. Marcus Benavides, Rockwall. Blake Benton, Mansfield. Jamar Blake, The Woodlands. Carter Blevins, Allen. Andrew Bobbitt, Katie. Jordan Brazel, Dumas. Nathan Brown, Austin. Rebecca Brown, Cedar Park. Morgan Breimer, Kingwood. Hayden Berger, Dallas. Courtney Bynum, Round Walk. I want to learn to say Round Rock. Madison Carpenter, Round Rock. Matthew Carrington, Beaumont. Cody Carroll, Lake Dallas. Kendra Cathy, Burnett. Zach Childress, Abilene. Crystal Christensen, Sterling City. Cade Christensen, Odessa. Ashley Cisneros, Muleshoe. Victoria Cockrell, Cyprus. Nicholas Kahn, Trophy Club. Elizabeth Contreras, Midland. A member of our Student Alumni Board, Haley Cooper from Austin. John Cross, San Antonio. Mackenzie Davis, Angleton. Emily Deming, Spring. Hunter Dennis, Weatherford. Jacob Dennis, San Antonio. Joshua DeWeese, Rowlett. Lauren Diaz, Georgetown. Spencer Doak, Austin. Caitlin Downing, Los Alamos, New Mexico. Jazrae Duncan, Killeen. Dakota Durant, Aledo. Jordan Edwards, Montgomery. Jared Farrow, Keller. Paul Fayashitan, Arlington. Cassidy Flatt, Midland. Laura Flores, Spearman. Douglas Francis, San Antonio. Alexis Fredrickson, San Antonio. Anna Garcia Barker, McAllen. Sam Gilbert, Goldthwaite. Tyler Gilliam, Mansfield. Michaela Glendenning, Academy. William Goings, Austin. Zorobabel Gomez Jr., Denton. Slayton Goff, Brock. Logan Groves, Monday. Brenda Guardiola, Sundown. Josh Guillen, Dumas. Hunter Hardy, Lago Vista. Claire Harrison, Hereford. Ryan Hawkins, Hobbs, New Mexico. Tamara Heath, Houston. Eric Hernandez, El Paso. Marisol Hernandez, McKinney. Emily Hollis, Dallas. Caleb Hurley, Carlsbad, New Mexico. Christopher Ibarra, Houston. Monica Jimenez, Lubbock. Hannah Johnson, Dallas. Hayden Key, Midland. Seth
Yep, that's it, Kinder.
Seth Kinder, Jacksboro. Chris Kinsey, The Woodlands. Mason Kirby, Lubbock. Campbell Kirkpatrick, Post. Jasmine Cresta, Bront. Cade LeBolt, North Canton, Ohio.
Lajani.
Thank you. Andrew Lajani, Houston. I love this. In parentheses he says, it's French. Jackson Lamb, Missoula, Montana. Denise Lara, San Antonio. Clayton Law, Austin. Shannon Linder, Fairview. Matt Liss, Houston. Aaliyah Logan, Dallas. McKenzie-Merket, Georgetown. Cody Marlette. Cody, where are you from? Where are you from? Houston. Andres Martinez, Euless. Zachary Mays, Wiley. Tristan McGonigal, Bulverde. Rachel McMillan, Abilene. Amanda Mendoza, San Antonio. Ashley Meneses, Houston. Justin Meredith, Cedar Park. Trevor Miner, Quinlan. Anthony Molina, Fort Worth. Logan Morris, Henderson. Tanner Morton, Plainview. Rebecca Murillo, Snyder. Joshua Nahar, San Angelo. Andrew Owen, Waco. Massimo Parisi, Houston. Eric Parks, Austin. Michael Pearsall, Spring. Ashton Perry, Prosper. Alexa Ferris, Lago Vista. Nicholas Ponciano, Lubbock. Clark Price, Friendswood. How are you? Say hi to your dad. Bob Ricks, Lubbock. Megan Rodriguez, Alpine. Travis Roper, Arlington. Chase Rosenfield, Montgomery. John Sanchez, Houston. Mark Sandlin, Lubbock. Brandon Schatz, Rockwall. Raquel Schott, Helotes. Melvin Scurry II, Houston. Sam C., Cisco. Jacob Sheeler, Belton. Andrea Siller, Laredo. Joseph Smiley, Tyler. Sayar Soman, Douala, Cameroon. Hannah Stevens, Southlake. Daniel Street, Hearst. Joseph Szymanski, Fort Worth. Ryan Talamantes, Murrieta, California. Dallas Taylor, Round Rock. Taylor Thompson, Odessa. Cole Titterington, Fort Worth. Jacob Tucker, Midland. Kristen Turner, Waco. Andrea Urias, El Paso. Ryan Vasquez, Salina. Chance Wade, Mineral Wells. Hunter Wagner, Round Rock. Samantha Waldheim, Sugarland. Carly Wally, Mount Pleasant. Will Ward, Sugarland. Will Watson, Midland. David Weaver, Aledo. Ashley West, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Bradley White, Fort Worth. Donna Wilkerson, Baird. Jessica Wilkins, Lubbock. Alicia Williams, Brady. Casey Williford, Somerville. Kendall Wright, Aubrey. Miguel Oswaldo Lee, Guatemala. We like him too. Zachary Young, Magnolia. Andrew Sanders, San Antonio. Ariel Gonzalez, San Antonio. Anthony Hippolito, Plainview. Christopher Hunt, Lubbock. Michael Medrano, Cyprus. Dylan Rogers, Cristobal. Did we miss anyone? Did everyone that came to get a ring get a ring? All right. Congratulations, guys.
It is my pleasure now to take you on a tour of your ring. I didn't say to open your boxes. I caught him right there. He's like, oh no. Right. You may open your boxes. The official class ring symbolizes a significant achievement in your academic career at Texas Tech. And I want to congratulate each and every single one of you on this accomplishment. Now, as you open your boxes, I want you to take a look at that ring. And I want you to take it out, but don't put it on. As you hold that ring in your hands, I like the snapping of the boxes right now. Y'all are fancy. Got it. Okay. I want you to stand up and turn around and take a look at the friends and the family who are here to support you today. Newton said, "If I have seen further than others, it is by standing upon the shoulders of giants." Those are your giants. Nobody makes it here by themselves, whether it's a family member, a friend, a mentor, a faculty member, a staff member, a colleague, one of your peers. That ring is the weight of that entire community coming together in order to help you arrive at this moment. At this time, take a look at your ring. Don't put it on yet, okay? I want you to hold it in your hand. I want you to feel the weight in your palm. That weight is the responsibility of knowledge that has been bestowed upon you by this university. That heft that you feel is every word, every equation, every problem, every project. That substance is every blue book, every Scantron, every essay, every lab. You have earned the weight. That sheen that you see, I want you to take a close look at how shiny it is, right? That sheen is the glow of enlightenment and education, the promise of your future, and the shine of the paths that you will now forge for yourself and for others. What I want to do now is to take you on a tour of the iconic symbols represented on your ring by leading you on an imaginary journey through campus and your time here at Texas Tech. Family and friends, I know you're not lucky enough to have that ring in front of you, but I promise you they'll show it to you later. But in your program, you'll be able to follow along with the images. I want you all to think back to the first time you heard about Texas Tech University. Maybe it was from a parent or a relative who attended Texas Tech. Maybe it was on TV while watching a sporting event, or maybe it was when you were looking at colleges and browsing through college catalogs. You probably looked at dozens of universities, but one stood out. The one with the scarlet and black, the one with the double T. I want you to take a look at the top of your ring right now. Whether you have the traditional ring or a signet ring, the iconic double T sits prominently on top. There is no other symbol more associated with Texas Tech than that double T. And although no one has ever claimed credit for the design, historic documents show that the first appearance came in 1926 when it showed up on some sweaters made for the football team. The double T represents the foundation of our university as Texas Technological College, as well as the university we have grown to become. Inscribed around that raised double T is our official name, Texas Tech University, with two separate stars and the date of our founding, 1923. It was then, in 1923, that the Texas legislature decided that rather than a branch campus of Texas A&M University, dodge that bullet, an entirely new university would better serve the needs of the West Texas region. And on February 10th, 1923, Texas Governor Pat Neff signed the legislation creating Texas Technological College. And in July of that year, a committee began searching for the perfect location for the school. When the members of that committee visited Lubbock, they were overwhelmed because the entire Lubbock community had come out to line the streets to show support for the idea of hosting our institution. That hospitality, that warmth, that tradition, that community is what has helped to make Texas Tech your home. And when you come back one day and you visit Chimmy's for that margarita and those tacos, or you go back to Spanky's for that fried cheese, right? You will remember that it was this Lubbock community and the university that embraced you as part of their family. And it was because of that hospitality, that warmth, that in August, Lubbock was chosen on the first ballot over other area towns, including Floydada, Plainview, and Sweetwater. Now I want you to turn your rings to the left, and our journey around campus begins. Picture yourself standing at the Broadway entrance to campus. Directly in front of you is the large granite university seal, designed in 1924 by campus master planner William Ward Watkin, the same seal that you find engraved on your ring. The seal first appeared on Texas Tech diplomas in 1948, but was not officially approved as the seal of Texas Tech University until 1953. Now I want you to take a look at that seal really up close, because President Paul Whitfield Horn, who was truly a visionary when it came to the foundation in our early years, selected 5 symbols inside the seal that he believed were the 5 great institutions of a democracy. In the upper left quadrant on the shield is a book representing church. In the lower left quadrant is a key symbolizing home. In the upper right quadrant is the star, the symbol for our state. And in the lower right quadrant is the lamp of learning representing school. These elements are separated by 10 cotton balls representing industry, as well as Lubbock and its surrounding 9 cotton-producing counties. And sitting atop of it all is an American eagle, our national bird. And the shield is surrounded by the inscription, Texas Tech University, Lubbock. Now I want you to walk with me now down the Amon G. Carter Plaza, past the fountains, past where the Christmas tree sits during the Carol of Lights, past the statue of Will Rogers and soap suds wrapped in red on game days, and into the center of campus to Memorial Circle. I want each and every one of you to consider going to Carol of Lights this year. It's on Friday, December 1st. And I want you to go, and I want you to sit there and hear the carols, hear the music, and watch as the lights turn on. Because for many of you, it will be the last time that you see those lights turn on as students. Because the next time you see those lights turn on, it will be as proud alumni of this university. Turn your rings to the right. And imagine turning physically to the right to look north down the engineering key. In the distance, you see the Jones AT&T Stadium, and I want you to think back with me to the excitement of attending your first Texas Tech football game. Do you remember the first time you saw the masked rider lead the team out onto the field and how exciting that was? Do you remember the first time you saw our Warriors, our football players, in red and black enter the field? Do you remember the first time you saw Texas Tech beat UT? Oh wait, that was just last Friday. Do you remember when you saw Dwayne Johnson, not that Dwayne Johnson, not The Rock, right? Our own Dwayne Johnson heft that flag, hoist that flag, hoist our banner like he was Marius from Les Miserables, right? And like swing that banner left and right in the middle of the 50-yard line? You remember that, right? Okay. On the right side of your ring, you will see an image of this beloved mascot, our masked rider. And that symbol is no stranger to you, but perhaps you weren't aware of its history. In 1936, the same year Arch Lambs founded the Saddle Tramps as a male spirit organization, a Ghost Rider appeared. It sounds very Scooby-Doo. A Ghost Rider appeared. Ghost Rider appeared at the beginning of a home football game with the Arizona State Lumberjacks. And resplendent in a scarlet and black cape and mask, the rider circled the field at the start of the game on a palomino and then galloped off to the amazement of the crowd. It wasn't until 1954, in Tech's appearance in the Gator Bowl, that Joe Kirk Fulton, with red cape and mask, rode a borrowed black horse into the Gator Bowl stadium to the utter astonishment of the crowd. The football team was evidently inspired by this masked rider as Tech went on to pummel Auburn 35-13. And so the tradition was fixed. To this day, Texas Tech retains the scarlet and black caped masked rider on a black horse. Now, using your imaginations, I want you to turn with me now to face the administration building. One of the very first structures built on campus more than 9 decades ago. The building was architecturally designed in the Spanish Renaissance style with ornate carvings, archway, and its Spanish tile roof. One of the main features of this building is its twin bell towers. The one on the west that houses the carillon bells that you hear ringing out musical melodies, and the one in the east that houses the 2 victory bells. If you look behind the masked rider on your ring, you will see the engraving of that east bell tower. The victory bells, which together weigh about 1,200 pounds, were first rung in 1936 after a win over TCU. The Saddle Tramps and High Riders, part of our campus spirit organizations, continue to ring the victory bells after athletic wins and other momentous occasions, such as today's ring ceremony. So Dr. Dean told you that I would explain why Zach Williams, our Saddle Tramp, is sitting up here on the stage. And that is because he has the, I don't want to say dubious, right? But very energetic and athletic honor of now running to the bell tower, right? To ring the victory bells for each of you receiving a ring today. He is going to run out of here. Run, Zach, run. Past the Honors College, all the way to admin. He's going to climb up 106 steps. That's a lot of steps. 106 steps and ring those bells for you in celebration tonight. And hopefully it gets there in time for y'all when you guys leave. So you'll hear the bells ringing for you tonight. I want you now to look with me to the inside of your rings. And there you will find the words, "Strive for Honor." And this inscription is from the Matador song and serves as a charge to every Texas Tech graduate to excel with integrity in all endeavors. And it serves as an imperative, a mission, a goal, that in every action, in every decision, you live true to our creed and you live true to what we expect of you as proud Red Raiders, that you strive for honor. Below that, you will find your personalized inscription that is unique only to your ring. That inscription is your identifier. If your ring is ever lost, the honest finder can return it to you by contacting the Alumni Association here at Texas Tech or the Balfour Company. Now take a look at the very bottom of the ring. Very easy. Double T's tied with a decorative band. So you've explored your entire ring now. We've taken you on a geographical and historical tour of the ring, and hopefully it's even more meaningful now that you know all about its symbols. And when you think about it, your ring really encapsulates Texas Tech and will forever serve to remind you what being a Red Raider means. It's also, of course, a sign to others of your academic accomplishment and the pride you have in your alma mater. And as you travel around Lubbock, across the state, around the country, even around the world, your ring will serve as a symbol of honor. It is a way for you to bear your banners far and wide, proudly and honorably. Take that ring in your hand. Don't put it on yet. Remember, the double T faces you until graduation day, and then President Skuvanek will ask you to turn your ring so the double T faces outward as a sign that you have now graduated. Don't put it on yet. I want you to hold it in your hand one more time. And I want you to try to remember this particular moment. Because as excited as we are that finals are coming, we're all excited finals are coming, right? As excited as we are that the holidays are coming, as excited as we are that graduation day is nearing, I want you all to appreciate this moment. Who you are now, what you're feeling as a student. As a proud student of Texas Tech, on the verge of becoming a proud alumni of Texas Tech. I want you to think on how much you've achieved and how much more you have to give. And I want you to remember that you may have stood on the shoulders of giants, but it is now incumbent upon all of you to become giants so that the next generation of Texas Tech students may stand on your shoulders and have an even broader, brighter view. Put your ring on. Congratulations.
I'd like to ask the members of our Student Alumni Board to join me on stage. These folks have worked very hard to make this successful. Let's give them a hand. And now I'd invite you all to stand as we conclude our program with the Matador song.
There are banners